Instead of received, I'll switch to gave. I bought my whole family tickets to see James Brown live. Literally within minutes of them opening their presents, it was announced on the news Christmas morning that James Brown died. People ask Reddit, what's the worst Christmas present you have received? A comic book that was laying around the house for several months, which I read twice in this period. I didn't know it was supposed to be my surprise present. Reply? Here bud, take this, comic book, yes. Limited edition. Only 5 million were made. My aunt is very eccentric and would always ask for a Christmas list from me, so, for a few years, I would send her a list, only to realize that she would give me something from the dollar store, wrapped in reused wrapping paper from the previous Christmas. I once got cologne from the dollar store when I was 8 or 9. And she wasn't poor, quite the opposite. She had a lovely house and a pretty high-income job. She was just a little messed up mentally. So, one year, when I was 11 or 12, I thought, I'm only going to ask for one thing and see what happens. A Seattle Seahawks t-shirt. The package arrived, and the day came, and it was indeed a t-shirt. A used Buffalo Bills t-shirt with some stains on the logo. It was the right size, though. Reply. My dad's mom always favored my dad's sister's kids over me and my 2 brothers. She would always get them better gifts than us. One year, in particular, takes the cake. One of my cousins gets a brand new PS2. I get a preschool toy. My younger brother gets a talking dinosaur from the gas station. My older brother gets a used model car. My dad pulls grandma aside and says, please stop buying my kids Christmas gifts. They see what's going on here. They're not stupid. I'll buy the gifts from now on and we can just say they're from you. The next year, I got a Toronto Maple Leafs hockey jersey. My younger brother got a PS2 with lots of games and my older brother got some Xbox games. Thanks, Grandma. A pack of cigs and a roll of trash bags. I don't smoke. Reply. Guess it was a banner fucking year at your old family. Smoke up, Johnny. My cousin once gave me an autographed picture of himself. Which was funny as hell, so I didn't mind. Reply. Vape, I know what I'm giving out for Christmas this year. Fuck dude, I think you just gave me an idea for my brother's Christmas gift. I participated in a voluntary office Christmas exchange in 2012 with a $30 limit. My gift was a CDR of the giver's favorite album. I was less than enthused, but nonetheless slid the disc into my car to check it out, only to find out that it was blank. The person had written the band name / album title on the disc, but forgot to actually burn a copy. Edit, it was supposed to be the album Spit by Kitty. Reply. I had a kind of other way round experience. I got this older woman I got along with very well a solar powered garden lantern that cost twice as much as the maximum budget. I watched her open it at her table, pull a face at it, laugh at it with her table mates and then leave it there when it was time to go. I was pretty gutted, and stole it back for myself since she didn't want it. I watched her open it at her table, pull a face at it, laugh at it with her table mates and then leave it there when it was time to go. I was pretty gutted, and stole it back for myself since she didn't want it. I bought my professor a 50 gift card when I graduated. Years later she confesses she tried to use it but it was empty. I definitely paid for it and a 6.95 activation fee, but she said she never wanted to tell me BC I would be bummed. I felt terrible. One year I got what was actually a super cool present. My parents had worked for months putting together this awesome art kit. It was a big toolbox filled with good scissors, glue, paint, colored pencils, glitter, and every other thing a crafty little kid could want. The problem was, every time they would go upstairs to add to it, they had a running joke where they would say, we're going upstairs to feed your present, or we need to take your present for a walk TTT. So of course on Christmas morning, instead of being a little kid who was stoked to get a huge box of art supplies, I was a little kid who was devastated that I didn't get a puppy. Reply. What was the point of doing that? Lamau. Answer. My family likes to make a game of throwing each other off the scent, so our presents are more of a surprise. The mistake was acting like a pet every time. They should have switched it up and said, we are going to wash and wax your present, or we are going to water and prune your present. My mom asked what my 13-year-old daughter wanted for Christmas and I said, she likes to sew. How this led to our entire extended family buying her nothing but yarn I do not know. That was 2 years ago and there's still so much yarn. Reply. What makes this hilarious is that it didn't say she likes to knit. They heard so and somehow made the jump to yarn. The same thing happens when a kid expresses any interest in some creative subject. Writer? Prepare for notebooks and pens for years? Artist? Prepare for cheap art paints and a collection of brushes/crayons. I told someone in my family penguins are cool. Fast forward the next 10 years, that's all I fucking get. I remember the day I threw them all into the donation box. Started loving computers at age 7 in 92, ZX Spectrum and 186, 286 etc. At our local kids club, kept on going, learned to code early, was addicted to everything related to them. Grandma called me and told me she had sent money to my parents to buy me a PC, at 11, in 96. I was so excited. All my friends could not wait to see it and play with me. I could not sleep for days on end. Then Christmas Eve came, we do the gifts in the evening. Rushed under the tree and, surprise, I got a mobile electronic organ player. My mom told me it has buttons, right? Just like a computer. She took the money and bought an automatic washing machine. I'm still fucking upset, Mom. LE, thanks everyone for commenting and supporting me. Wanted to clear something out. I was /am a bit upset only on that particular situation. My family is fantastic, they made sacrifices above and beyond for me. We were almost on the poor side. I love both my parents and I admire them, and I did not want to paint a monster picture of my mom. I love her and respect her like nobody else in my life. I did reply to this question to explain that certain situations that happen during your childhood will have an impact for the rest of your life, even more if they are connected to an event celebrated by many others. I remember it and get a bit sad, but then I remember my childhood and my family and I smile, knowing that I grew up in a positive environment and that they gave up so much for me to grow and allowed me to have my own journey. I tried my best to reply to all the comments. I am dyslexic and sometimes I do not write the words correctly, apologies for that. I did however notice one fantastic thing: you guys are supportive, each in his own way, and that is wonderful. These days people like you are rare. Thank you, and I do hope that you all have a happy life and that you will be able to learn from others, as I also do, and avoid making some mistakes. Be safe and stay awesome. Reply? Ooh, this is bad. I wholly expected your story to be more like that your grandmother meant well, but only sent you $50, because that's what she thought a PC cost, or something. But your mother misappropriated your money and did so brazenly enough that you found out about it. Sheesh. Dang, that stings. I would have been crushed too. A Lamborghini calendar. My brother got a guitar and amp. My two sisters got a bike each. Fuck, I hate Lamborghinis now. Reply. My grandparents got my sister a guitar once, not to mention all the other things. I've never gotten more than a t-shirt, mug, toiletries gift pack, or cheap off-brand Nerf gun pack to share with my dad. My great-grandma gave my cousin a jock strap from Goodwill. Her mental health was bad at this time. 1992-ish? He started crying. He was 9. Reply? Sad situation for both of them. My grandmother, as dementia wreaked havoc on her brain and changed her into a different person, on one memorable occasion took my then 8-year-old, I think, at any rate he was very young, brother's half-eaten ice cream away from him, told him he shouldn't get ice cream anyway, and ate it herself in front of him. Somehow my little brother mustered up the self-control and tact to just say, okay, and just sit quietly without reacting. It had been explained to him that grandma's behavior was off, but telling an 8-year-old that and said 8-year-old being able to manage it in the moment are two different things. After dinner my mother quietly snuck my brother into the kitchen, praised his behavior, and fixed him a big replacement bowl of ice cream which he ate in an undisclosed location where grandma couldn't see. The whole thing was just sad and horrifying. In her right mind, my grandmother would have been delighting in serving the grandchildren dessert and would never ever have said or done such a thing to any 8-year-old, let alone her grandson. She only lived another few very difficult years. Dementia sucks. Thank you for listening to another B-Town Reddit Stories episode. Hit the subscribe button and check out our channel for more stories. Let us know your opinion about this topic in the comments.